What movie caused you to have a WTF did I just watch moment after viewing? Gummo. Specifically the bathtub scene where the kid's eating spaghetti while his mom washes his hair. There's bacon taped to the wall. That's what threw me off the most. There's actually bacon in a lot of the scenes. Corrine did an interview with Werner Herzog about the movie and he said he was just really into bacon at that time. His bacon period. I legitimately threw up during that scene. There's just something so disgusting about eating in a bathtub, especially spaghetti. If memory serves, the doorbell rings and the mom buys chocolate from a kid and then her son also eats that in the bathtub. But it's been a while so I'm not 100% on that. Spaghetti and chocolate. Yum. Not only does he eat it while still in the bathtub, he drops it into the grimy bathwater. After fishing it out of the aforementioned dirt soup, he continued to devour it, without hesitation. Hereditary with the girl's head. That came out of nowhere. The way that the mother screams when she sees her daughter's body is messed up. The whole movie is unnerving. I don't think I've ever seen loss, grief, and emotion in general portrayed more convincingly and realistically than by Toni Collette in this film. It's a travesty she wasn't even nominated for an Academy Award for that performance. I watched it because she was in it. She's been amazing in everything I've seen her in, and damn she was just perfect in that movie. I watched this movie on a flight to California. LMAO, the audio jack was up on the little screen so parts of the movie sounded like they were talking underwater. I thought it was supposed to be an artistic thing to sort of show that Toni Collette's character was losing her mind, until I nudged the jack and it cleared up. She really did an amazing job. Abducted in plain sight. Oh god, my core inbox. Who would have guessed my highest voted comment, of like 3, would be about this terrible movie? This movie left me so confused and angry when I watched it. How can people be so stupid and neglectful of their kid? Was that the one where the dude hooks up with both the parents and then convinces them that because he's a pedophile that sleeping in a bed with their young daughter was what the doctors recommended? On top of the fact that he convinced the daughter that an alien species was talking to her and that if she didn't sleep with him and marry him, her whole family was going to die when she turned 15. Or something to that effect. That poor kid. Her parents were so stupid. Yes, 20 minutes in I was thinking they already got to the meat of it, but boy was I wrong. So we just waited a week to report our child missing. So, we sent her to live with him. So, I just helped him out. So, I just wanked him off. I always knew my brother was a sexual pervert. But man, he could sell a car. That dude was a treat. Memento. I rewatched it immediately to put it all together. Watch it backwards on VHS. The DVD has the option to play the movie in chronological order. In high school I reordered the whole movie myself in Windows Movie Maker. LOL, why did I put myself through that? You are not alone, ha ha ha. I did this for my final project in media, only learning after the fact that the DVD had the feature the entire time. I had reconstructed it a bit different, putting all the black and white scenes of him on the phone all together in a long intro, fading in and out, until the last one faded into color and then the movie played through forward. Fun times. "100% Midsommar edit. Haha, thanks for the silver. I was curious so I looked up the parents' guide at 2 points in the film. Female pubic hair and period blood is consumed. This is more disturbing than sexual. We see a tapestry that shows this as well. Okay, what the fuck?" The director of the film did an AMA and one of the questions was, "Are you okay?" Director replied, "No." "Are you a doctor?" "Maybe." Who? Call the judge and get some fudge. That movie called Mother with Jennifer Lawrence in it. This movie was so stressful. It's the only movie I've ever seen that elicited such an emotional response from me that I don't think I could watch it again. I just felt completely stressed, anxious, and confused through the entire film, which frankly speaks volumes to its effectiveness. I didn't like it, simply because it distressed me, but I was impressed by it. It was goddamn effective. I had the exact same reaction. First time I've ever felt claustrophobia in my life was during the scene when man let all the people into the house. I have to applaud the director though. Shit really bothered me. If there's anything Darren Aronofsky excels at as a director, it's making the viewer feel extremely uncomfortable. I hope he breaks the mold one day and makes a comedy or something. He's an amazing director, but his movies don't make for great repeated viewings because they're so uncomfortable. Requiem for a Dream. I keep telling myself it's just a movie, but then I know that somewhere out there, it's really happening. I feel like if they just show this to high school kids, less people would do drugs. It's a great movie, but so hard to watch. Saw it in high school while coming down from an amphetamine binge. To say the mom scenes disturbed me is a massive understatement. This was the movie we would put on after a house party when we wanted everyone to clear the fuck out of our house. A dozen people, all coming down hard and cheering on this great drug movie, until the second act, when suddenly everyone has somewhere else to be. Worked every time. The Human Centipede. Haven't been able to bring myself to watch this one. And you don't want to either. I'm surprised this is so low on the list. It's the most disturbing fucking movie ever conceived. I mean, what the actual fuck? I personally don't rank it high on the what the fuck scale because I've made enough of my friends sit through it and now I'm desensitized to it. Most repulsive shit I've ever seen. I was majorly disturbed after watching that. And yet, it sparked fetishes in people. My first boyfriend, in 6th grade, was obsessed with these movies. He put it on the first time I came over to his house. We lasted a week and a half. How long until he was arrested for some horrific crime? The premise is freaky, but frankly the execution was pretty dumb. Right. The movie itself is so bad that honestly it's watchable if you watch it as a comedy that is trying to be bad. In fact, then it becomes hilarious. The second one is way more fucked up though. The Room by Tommy Wiseau. I seriously can't believe I finished that movie. That movie was so hilarious. It was like it was made by extraterrestrials who heard vague second-hand descriptions of what humans are like and then went and made a movie about it. It's like it was made by some guy from somewhere in Eastern Europe who only knows what America is like through old sitcoms and similar shows and then comes over to make his great American movie. That's the best and most accurate description of that movie I've ever read. Some former roommates and I have a running theory that Tommy Wiseau made that movie just so he could experience sex and someone celebrating his birthday. I've never seen this movie, but your description makes me want to watch it. Scrolled too long for this. I can't take it anymore. Ugh. It's not true. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh hi Mark. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Tusk. Yeah, that final scene was the cherry on top. Yeah, I am a Kevin Smith fan, but I've spent the last few years of my life trying to forget that movie. I was a Kevin Smith fan, till I watched this. He couldn't get funding for Clerks 3. He kept getting told that story was dead and he needed to make something new. So he made Tusk. He got money for Clerks 3. Well, he did make Yoga Hosers, which is pretty bad and pretty much Clerks with girls. I loved Yoga Hosers. I think I would have liked it more if he had stuck with the Satanist idea instead of the Bratsis, but there were some good moments with them. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. I don't know why anyone would give him more money after Tusk. They're afraid of what he'll make next if they don't. It's a little more involved than that. It was a podcast episode where they got high and started riffing on a fake wanted ad. They basically scripted the thing live and put it up to vote. Once they got the votes, they went ahead and made it. So really we are all to blame for Tusk. I wasn't a Kevin Smith fan till I watched this.